Cryptocurrency Fritz in the flesh, guys, bringing you guys some more content in the channel, guys. If you guys are new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bells if you guys want some good, more content. And I do want to say, guys, I got a surprise for you guys. I got some exclusive content from John Mcafee himself. He had a great exclusive interview, guys, with Doubledown, guys. If you guys don't know him, you guys can follow him. I'm gonna put the link in the description, guys. In his channel, he had a great interview with John Mcafee, guys. And it has not been premiered on TV or anything. So I want to let you guys know, you guys will be one of the first to see this interview, guys. It's a great interview, especially for the guys who are into the crypto world, guys. If you guys don't know about John Mcafee, guys, definitely follow him on Twitter, guys. Every week he tell you guys about a coin of the week, guys. And if you guys follow those coins, you guys will make some good money on your investment. He's a really good guy to follow if you guys are trying to make money in the crypto world. But it's also if you guys are trying to learn more knowledge in the crypto world, guys. And also don't forget to follow Doubledown, guys. I'm going to put his link in the description and everything, guys. He has some great content, especially for you guys who are conservative investors, guys. I would definitely recommend you guys follow Doubledown. He has some great content on current other coins. If you guys want to know about other coins, especially for long-term value, he's a great person to follow. He has some great content in his channel, guys. Don't forget to follow him as well. And if you guys are new, don't forget to follow me and his guys. Now I want to tell you guys, all right, guys, this is interview. Originally I wanted to make it a reaction video, guys, but I want you guys to see all the knowledge he's gonna drop, guys. I want you guys to see the full interview, and I want you guys to see see all the things he's talking about, guys. He's talking about some major changes in the crypto world, and some major changes in the real world, and major changes to the US dollar, guys. So I want you guys to see what's going on, and also he's gonna tell you guys really drop some knowledge to you guys who are new to the crypto world, guys. So this is further ado, guys. Let me bring down this video and let you guys see how awesome and how great John Mcafee is and what type of knowledge he has to bestow upon you guys today.
So we're here with John Mcafee, the ex-CEO and founder of Mcafee Virus and MGT Industries right now. So when did you first get into cryptocurrency?
Well, when Bitcoin first came out, I had, fortunately, I never have to do research at my age. I have enough friends that young kids do it for me. Mm-hmm. So someone said, you know, I'm doing mining now, and I'm thinking, what you got out of technology?
Yeah.
You bought shovels and bulldozers? No. So he explained it. Mm-hmm. I go, now that is a fascinating concept. Mm-hmm. One about Bitcoin was about the blockchain, because my brain always goes to the ultimate. Okay, mm-hmm. What would the ultimate of the blockchain be? Would it not be an implementation in which history can no longer be rewritten? Because what is history? It's written by the conquerors.
Correct.
We know that.
Yeah.
So we know nothing about the truth of history. And yet history is all we have to base our actions, our beliefs, and our standards on, right? So right off the bat, that's where my mind went. Whoa, if we had every country in the world cooperate, then could you rewrite history? No. There would be no consensus to say, well, we have no idea. Seriously.
Yeah.
No idea about the truth of World War II, World War I, the Spanish-American War, all of the Chinese wars in which the emperor got to rewrite it. Here is the most extreme example. When the Spanish, quote, conquered Central America,
okay,
the Mayans had hundreds of thousands of written books. All but 3 were burned.
Okay.
The Spanish were the conquerors. What do we know about the Mayans? Next to nothing other than from these 3 books. So imagine if we'd had the blockchain back then. Wouldn't have made any difference if the Spanish had burned all the books. We have the record in the blockchain, can't be changed.
Correct.
So that's what hit me. Go, now here is a way where the power of the people ensures that truth perpetuates itself. Now, you're a young man. You may not appreciate the enormous value of that. I do. And then to everything else. In terms of mining, he was making 13 cents a coin. I go, I'm not interested. I wish I had been. So that was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. So did you get into mining right away, or did you
No.
invest in?
I
Okay.
didn't get into mining until I took over MGT.
Okay.
And they already had a tiny mining operation, and I go, tiny? Well, why don't you make this the biggest thing outside of China?
Mm-hmm.
We can't make it the biggest thing in the world because Jihan Wu controls
They're
the supply of miners.
Yeah.
Now, let me make a statement about Jihan is a very close friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
one of the smartest men in the world.
Mm-hmm.
People go, Bitcoin's not decentralized. Utter nonsense. The blockchain is still decentralized.
Yeah. People say they control most of the coins and what they
Who
do.
cares?
Yeah.
They're miners. Okay, we are creating the coins. Who cares where they come from?
Correct. Yeah.
Once you got the coin, this is all blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
With Ethereum, I don't care if one person mines Ethereum.
Yeah.
Give me the coin. We're all cool.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make smart contracts any less valid? No. Please, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
here is the error in people's thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think Satoshi wanted mining to be distributed, well enough so that we can in fact confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, who cares? It is a business.
Correct.
I do it to make money.
Yeah.
All mining. Now, what happens in business? You compete.
Correct.
We don't cooperate. We don't go dance in the daisy fields together.
Yeah.
No, we compete. We try to put everybody out of business.
Yeah.
We want 5 or 6 or 7 huge ones. Do you care? That does not make Bitcoin not decentralized.
Correct.
Once we, through our competition, have created it, we don't put them in our pockets. We throw them out, grab one, and be decentralized.
So when we're talking about mining, do you still think that for the average person, is mining still profitable to go out and buy a graphics card or 6 graphics cards?
Not anymore. You're
Okay.
too late. I'm sorry, you're just too late.
Correct. Yeah.
People go, how do I get into Bitcoin mining? I go, oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Okay.
I mean, even if you're buying the S9s and Jihan, you're not going to make any money
What
unless
about
you join a
Ethereum?
pool, then the pool's going to take your profits.
Correct. Yeah. What about Ethereum? You think it's still late? Because right now, with 6 graphics cards of 1060 GTXs, you're making half Ethereum a month. So do you think that if people still want to get into
So half of Ethereum a month is $400 for
$400.
paying for all of these graphics cards.
Mm-hmm.
And no, of course not. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. So it's only
No.
for big businesses.
Pardon?
It's only for big businesses now.
I'm sorry, it's too late.
Yeah.
But please don't imply
Mm-hmm.
that Ethereum is not decentralized. Of course it is.
Correct. Yeah.
Mining is not and can't be if the power of business competition continues. And if it doesn't, we won't have any businesses.
Mm-hmm.
If we did not have competition, people would be mining in the jungles of South America where it's 120 degrees,
Yeah.
costing half the world's electricity. No. Now it's as efficient as it can be.
Mm-hmm.
We just bought a facility as close to the Arctic Circle as you can possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
Built a facility, I'm not going to tell you where.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have to. Because competition is forcing us
Mm-hmm.
to be as economical as possible. Please, all of you people, see the truth. Satoshi created 2 things, a business and a distributed system which everybody could enjoy. So please, leave Jihan alone. Leave me alone. Leave us all alone. We're not harming you, all right?
So what do you think that as we go in the future, cryptocurrency will have impact on banking systems and actual banks?
Okay, so I made the mistake of, in my spare time, just starting a crypto information thing on my Twitter. And I have 600,000 followers.
Correct.
Half of them angry because I did not recommend their coin.
Mm-hmm.
And the other half joyful because they made money. Now, a couple of times the bots got in and the bots made money.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, the program was smart enough to code their bots. Well,
Yeah.
that's unfair. So I stopped that and put JPEGs up, which cut out 99% of the bots.
Mm-hmm.
So what I am doing, and people complain you're killing the market because people are taking money out of this and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Look at every single coin that I have recommended.
Yeah.
None, weeks later, are less than 50% above the price that I recommended. How am I hurting that coin?
Correct.
Verge, that, I said it'd go up maybe 200%, and in 3 or 4 years to 15 cents. Well, it's at 24 cents. It's not my fault.
Correct.
People going, well, I didn't pump it. I said that, you know, if you double your money in, you know, a few weeks, you're happy. Nevertheless, it's still at 1,500% above what so I'm not harming the coins.
Correct.
Now, maybe they're right that people are taking currencies out of something else. I don't know what they're taking it out of. Maybe they're taking it out of some scam coin, because there are 80% of everything out there is a scam, or this can't be built, or it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I have not recommended any of those.
Correct.
And when people ask me, I go, read the white paper.
So with all these coins coming out every day, what coins do you think will stay for the future? Maybe the top 50, or
No, it has nothing to do with the top 50 now.
Okay.
Because here are the coins that are going to stay. It's the coins that actually do something.
Correct.
KWH coin that is actually going to allow a person off the grid in Arizona who has too much electricity in the summer to trade tokens with somebody in Vermont that doesn't have enough. They can use those coins to buy from their neighbor. It's like brilliant, because that's the problem now with the off the grid energy. I don't care whether it's water, solar, wind. You either have too much or
not
too
enough.
little.
Correct.
This will even this out. Now that, I want my children to have that. Now if someone comes and says, oh yeah, we've invented genetically a tomato that will roll down a conveyor belt without bruising, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. Okay?
Correct, yeah.
So number one, does it benefit? Who does it benefit? If it doesn't benefit the common people, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested.
Okay.
Number three, can you actually build it? Now, people go, these guys have no experience in cryptocurrency. Well, I promise you, a team of 5 of the best mathematicians in the world are going to do just as well, because it's all math.
Correct.
So people are going to dissing this. The other thing I hear constantly is that white paper looks like it was written by a 3rd grader. And I respond, it was written by a gentleman whose English was a second language. You try writing a white paper in Hindi and let them laugh at you.
Correct.
So you've got to forgive some things. Again, this is so new, people don't have time to send their paper off to an Oxford professor. We don't have that time. It's a very time critical thing. So forgive those things. You know, number 4, are they realistic? Okay. I see a lot of things which are, wow, it's going to cost you $100 million.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you going to get one? No. So if coins, I don't care if it's selling for a penny or $30, that has nothing to do with anything other than percentages. What's your market cap? How many coins are outstanding? Are you going to burn the ones you don't use? You know, if people aren't addressing those questions, they haven't thought it through, they go in the trash.
Okay.
But myself, my security guards have learned now, like I gave Jimmy today. He's a Navy SEAL security guard. You never dreamed that he would be spending his days going through white papers and things and making recommendations. So there's not a white paper that has ever been issued that we haven't read.
Okay.
So I know what's happening and I know what's up, which is why I know 80% minimum. You will lose your money. So my advice is the following. If you can't read a white paper, or you're not interested, or you don't want to take the time, don't invest.
Correct.
Okay? Number 2, do you understand what the blockchain is? It is not hard.
Yeah.
Go on the web, spend 20 minutes, you'll have a great idea. Spend 2 hours, you're a master.
Yeah.
And they're all based on the blockchain.
Correct.
And a tiny little, just go to the stock market and understand some simple things. Market cap, circulating supply, current price, and daily volume. There's nothing else you need to know. 3 hours, you will be an expert. If you don't want to spend those 3 hours, don't invest.
So with growing concerns like Korea, they're banning or putting more regulations down. How does that impact other countries such as U.S., you know, IRS coming down on?
Okay, let me explain something to you. I've been a computer security specialist my entire life. I dream in software, and not the high-level software they use today, assembly language, in C++. I know software, and I know what it's capable of. There is no country in the world this time next year who can ban any cryptocurrency. The problem today is, okay, I was scheduled to speak in Beijing, China in September. The week before, China banned exchanges, ICOs. If I had spoken, I'd have been arrested. They moved it to Hong Kong.
Okay.
Of note, not a single keynote speaker failed to show up in Hong Kong. And over 90% of the people who had registered showed up in Hong Kong. Do you realize what that cost them in changing itineraries and canceling tickets and getting new hotels?
Yeah.
This is how people are so into what they're doing. Not for the money,
Yeah.
but because they believe
Change the
this will take the money from the Warren Buffetts and all of the super rich who are now manipulating the rest of us as puppets. We're going to reverse roles.
So there's a theory that that banks are using XRP, Ripple, to collect the Bitcoins or Ethereums back and basically hold on to those so they could kind of stop cryptocurrencies. What is your theory on Ripple?
That's a very racist price of cryptocurrency.
That's what I. So
I mean, who cares? You can't stop it.
Yeah.
Nobody has, for example, who has enough money to buy the Bitcoin supply?
Yeah.
But by doing so, it's going to go from currently 15,000 to 15 million.
Yeah.
You can't do it. And since we can all sell whatever percentage, I'd like to give you 0.000001 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Take it. No, you can't stop it. The exchanges. Why was China able to shut down the exchanges? Because you knew where they were. They had an address. They had a bank of computers. You shut them down. I'm working with 2 companies now that are using distributed exchanges, meaning the wallet is the exchange. You don't need any central thing, because if you can distribute the Bitcoin transactions, you can distribute the exchange. When that happens, how? Let's say you've got a wallet that 20 million people have scattered around the world. Who hasn't? You don't know, because they're private and anonymous.
Okay.
If you do find them, you've made an example. But in America, in 1929, alcohol was declared illegal. We don't want any Americans drinking. We consumed more alcohol during that time than in any period in history. Why? Because you can't find the people who are drinking and creating it. They're created in the backwoods of Kentucky and Virginia. No, after a few years, they just abandoned it. Marijuana is still illegal in the majority of our states. I defy you to go anywhere and find a human being that doesn't smoke weed. You cannot legislate things that you cannot enforce.
Yep.
You can't possibly enforce these. Get used to it, governments. You can't ban it.
What coins do you mine currently, and what altcoins basically do you mine right at this moment?
I only mine Bitcoin. And here's why. Mining is a science. It's a mathematical, statistical science.
Okay.
The more coins that are outstanding and the more volume and the longer it has been in business, I can absolutely predict I'm not going to lose money at that.
Okay.
Ethereum, it's not so iffy. Doge, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Litecoin, I have no idea. I am not a gambler. I'm a mathematician.
Yeah.
So I don't mind them. However, I do buy ICOs. Why? Because it's the ICOs that are the true winners in this. Because here we have this field of hundreds a week. 80% are scams, or totally impossible, or cannot survive. So what I do is I go through these and I go, what's the value? Okay? I did an ICO of the week yesterday, Facto. Hey, you can't go wrong with that. Unfortunately, it's already gone up so far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not an ICO, that's a coin.
Yeah.
But that coin, it's going to exist.
Okay.
Why? It does some wonderful things. Now, my favorite is Sether, S-E-T-H-E-R.
Okay.
SETHER.io. Why? Because as much as I hate social media, you're not going to stop it. I mean, look at 12-year-old kids.
Yeah, correct.
So
they're always in their iPads.
now, if they're going to do that, for God's sake, let us control the market to some extent, where we all get to decide. Do I want to see ads of loafers? Probably not. However, it's like we choose the social, and it links to every social media from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of them. And what it does is it gives us the chance to go, I don't want to see that anymore. And if enough people say you don't want to see that ad, it ain't going to appear.
Okay.
So that, as much as I hate social media, you think, oh, why are you trying to help? Because you're not going to get your kids to stop using it.
Correct. And
if they are your children, do you not want to do something to at least limit or give them some control? So that, you know, and I've invested heavily in Tether.
Okay.
Because I believe it will help our children. And when even adults, how many adults are on Facebook and Twitter all day long?
Yeah.
And there are problems with that, huge problems. You know, we isolate ourselves. Why not less isolate ourselves? So that's my favorite pick of all. Again, SETHER.io. I'm invested in it, so take my words with a grain of salt. However, it will survive. So the coins I've invested in, another one is KWH coin, which is the
energy grid.
The energy grid coin. Well, why not? Another one, which is again a social media, is InsurePal.
Okay.
And it's not an insurance thing for your car. No, this is a way so that if you're buying something for someone or they're telling you something, you have a score based on all of us who've interacted with that gentleman. Okay. And so if all of us do, it doesn't matter if someone lies, always a scumbag because maybe something you want. We don't care. It's going to average out. And he wants to sell you something. You go, you know, it's not like the score on Amazon. No, this is where thousands of people who've talked, and it's complex using artificial intelligence. Hell yes. Hell yes.
And you can't pay for reviews or anything
No,
like that. So that's
no, this is it.
Yeah.
No paying, no, this is it.
Yeah.
But that's something I want my children to be able to have because it lends more authenticity
so when you talk
to
about
the interaction.
So when you talk about social media, another one that focuses on social media is Redcoin. What is your take on Redcoin?
Well, I recommended Redcoin as my third choice, right? Their problem is that they're only on Binance, okay? And
Correct.
so what happened is I got death threats from that. I couldn't get on. Nobody's heard of Binance. Well, I won't do that again. But I recommended Redcoin, of course.
So in your opinion, no coin upcoming or currently will overtake Bitcoin at all?
I don't think so. And here's why. People go, oh, the Bitcoin transaction, I sent someone $5 and had to pay $13 transaction fee. Do you think that's not going to get fixed? It takes 10 minutes. Do you think that's not going to get fixed? Why is it not? Because the Bitcoin community is the most divisive. You've got the miners going, please, God, give us some facilities. And you got the developers going, no, I'm trying to stay true to Satoshi. And then you've got Jihan Wu with Bitcoin Cash, which really is true to Satoshi.
Yeah.
And so, you know, let that settle out. And everybody in the community has a vested interest in Bitcoin surviving. So when they all sit down at the table, slap each other around, drink a beer, Bitcoin will be as fast, as smooth, and as beautiful as any other. It will not go away. It will be the one. However, it will not be the one for everything.
Correct.
There's no anonymity or privacy in Bitcoin. You may think there is. The IRS can come in and unwind it. The FBI can come in and unwind it. Take supercomputers. But Monero, I defy anybody. I mean, with quantum computing, to find out who was the originator and the receiver of any transaction. Can't be done.
And you're saying that's going to be better than Verge when Verge protocol comes out?
Yes, come on, the Verge thing is haunting me. I did not dream it would go up 2,400%, in fact, to 1,500. I said, you know, I really think that, you know, in a few months, this is because it's going to double. I really believe it. I said, and in a few years, maybe even 15 cents. The Redcoin community, I don't know if they created this. Somebody created a fake account with my picture. It said official Mcafee, except the L was a capital
I. Yeah,
We finally got that guy shut down.
Okay.
Okay. Now he was out recommending Verge at $15.
Mm-hmm.
Please God, I would never say that.
Correct.
What idiot would say something like, "Oh yes, it's going to go up 150,000% in 2 weeks"? Please, I'm not a stupid man.
Yeah.
So, nevertheless, it's still up. So yeah, no, it won't be Verge. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
It won't, and here's why. Verge is a great concept.
Mm-hmm.
The development team seems to be lost in space.
Okay.
Right? Whereas Monero, those people are on it. If you want proof, go to the dark web. Try to buy anything, whether you're buying a tiger from Ceylon, which you can't illegally import, or drugs, or a hitman, whatever. Monero, that's all they accept.
So with the increasing popularity of cryptocurrency, do you think people who use the dark web, money laundering, all that will increase?
Yes, but the number of money launderers won't increase. Do you think those people were not already laundering money in US dollars? Please, there will always be criminals. There will always be people whose concept of right and wrong differ from the norm. So of course, but has it hurt anything? Mm-hmm. They're not going to sell any more product.
Correct.
It's just that they have less chance of getting caught. So please, no, this does not increase it. But people said, then why do you cruise the dark web? Because it all begins there. It's the people whose lives are on the line. Go, now we're using Monero. I go, I promise you, Monero is going to be the one.
If he's putting his life on it, depends on it, then it must be secure.
Yes, yes. So please, why? Because that's part of my research.
Yeah.
I mean, I do research in odd ways. People go, why are you researching the dark web? Because if you look at what happened with Bitcoin, after it peaked in the dark web, it filtered out, and now it's the leading currency.
So we were talking about transaction times. Right now, the fastest coin claimed is Ripple or XRP. What's your take?
Unless I have a stopwatch measured in microseconds, I cannot tell.
Okay.
To me, Ethereum, here's again my Navy SEAL bodyguard. He's coming in and out, just make sure you haven't killed me. So, no, it takes less than 2 seconds. Do I care? If it's a half a second, I just don't care.
Okay.
So, sure, it's the fastest.
Yeah.
You try to find it's faster than Ethereum that you can actually stop with a clock watch. You can't.
Okay. So a lot of people say it's owned by banks. What is that true? What do you think about that? Everyone says it's a banker's coin. That's why there's so much hate in the community, and they rather prefer Stellar Lumens over Ripple. Do you have an opinion on that?
Who cares? They don't own the coins that you have.
Correct.
And someone's got to process the transactions. No, it's not a privacy coin.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say the bank's on Monero. Cool, own as much as you want. I can still buy an illegal tiger on the dark web with Monero, and no one's going to know. Is that not the facility? People have got to stop connecting those who will always centralize some part of the money making from those who use the thing, which is the power. Own as much as you want. We, as the decentralized users, we will own the world.
Okay.
We will turn this world upside down. This is the fact of life.
Yeah. So, do you predict the next big coin will come out of pharmaceutical companies, since the pharma industry is huge?
I predict that the pharmaceutical companies are going to be the worst losers in this. And here's why. If you truly give the power to the people, do you realize that 99% of all life-saving drugs do not reach us for 15 years? Why? Pharmaceutical industries have to go through this massive layer of hoops to get Federal Drug Administration approval. Cigarette, Jimmy. A Federal Drug Administration approval. So once they've got that, they don't mind doing that because that's a feather in their hat. I can now sell a pill that cost me 30 cents for $300. Do you see the horror in this?
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical companies have used this excuse of FDA approval to rape the public for more years than I can possibly count. So no, I hope they're the first to go down.
Okay.
And I promise you that we as people will not allow them to continue to do this to us. Okay. Anybody who's lost a father or a brother or something to AIDS or cancer, and they had it on the shelf. And we're waiting until you're ready to pay $1,000 a pill.
Yeah.
No, please God, they will not wait.
So ETH right now is almost at $800.
No, it's
889. 89. Yeah. So what do you predict it will go to in 2018?
I can't because I do not have enough statistical information.
Okay. So there are people who invest in coins, and they always look at the number of coins available: 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion.
Well, they should.
What is too much? And some people say if you have too many coins, that's gonna not fluctuate the price, the volatility. So Bitcoin only has a little bit of.
You see, people are not thinking.
Okay.
Again, I'm a mathematician. I was raised as a mathematician.
Yeah.
Programming, which has been mine, is just math.
Mm-hmm.
Think of this. I don't care if there's 600 trillion coins.
Okay.
Or there's 50.
Okay.
There's only 21 million bitcoins.
Yeah.
But I can send you 1/1000th of a bitcoin.
Correct.
Does it matter? No, please.
Yeah.
I can still deal in pennies.
Mm-hmm.
So price your coin at 1/100th of a penny. Price it at $1 million. It will not matter. If you can fractionalize the coin, the math is the same. So it's not how many coins.
Places like Coinbase, currency exchanges are going to be the new multi-million, multi-billion-dollar industries coming up.
Do you think that? I just said that.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Because people have invented distributed exchanges.
Okay.
Meaning that your wallet
is
Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
Not by itself, but with the million other wallets that are all syncing and communicating. No, you're not going to have to worry about any of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for all of you exchanges out there. You had better get the best distributed wallet on the planet or you're going to be gone. End of story.
Mm-hmm. So another thing, a lot of people have been using a business such as Bitcoin ATMs. They've been putting them around, strip malls and places like Walmart and stuff. Do you think that's a good idea, and we should see more ATMs for Bitcoin and other coins?
That's an extremely good short-term idea.
Okay.
But please, if we're going where I think we're going, then the dollar's going to disappear, and the British pound, and the Japanese yen, and the Chinese yuan. Why? How easy is it for you to buy something over the internet with Bitcoin or Ethereum? Push a button, 10 seconds, gone. I do not have to fill in my address, my billing address, the code on the back. No, please. Yes, short term, because we still need cash because not everybody. But you keep track on the number of vendors that are accepting Bitcoin. It's an asymptotic curve approaching infinity in the next 3 years. So when that happens, nobody will use dollars. Why would you want to change something into dollars when your card, just scan it, take off 0.244 Bitcoins?
What time frame do you think that we'll slowly start taking fiat money out of the equation and putting a lot
I promise you in 5 years there will be no fiat currencies. Look at the growth rate, please. Not of people using Bitcoin.
Okay.
But of the people taking altcoins.
Correct.
Trying to buy anything on the dark web with a wire transfer, with a money. It used to be MoneyGram. Send it to Western Union.
Yeah.
I could randomly send somebody with my number. No. None of it. None of it. No more of that.
Okay.
It is all cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
3 years later, which is if it did the same thing with Bitcoin, there won't be fiat currencies.
Do you have any plans of opening exchange that sends wallets out to different?
No, what a lot of work that is. Absolutely
Okay.
not. Okay. Again, I'm 72.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with money?
Yeah.
And where am I going to get the time? It's complex. It'll be a great thing. But people are already doing decentralized exchanges where there is no exchange.
Yeah.
The collection of 1 million wallets is the exchange. Because you got 1 million. Even your smartphone, that's faster than, believe it or not, your Windows XP file.
Yeah,
no.
correct.
So you've got 1 million processors all doing the exchange. Now, at first you say, well, what if they don't have XPG? I promise you that a certain percentage, a large enough percentage, do where you're going to get the exchange. It's a brilliant concept.
Yeah.
That removes from governments the power to shut down exchanges. That's the only power China had, other than to arrest me if I went and talked about ICOs.
Yeah.
No. No, it'll be gone. And at that point, and here's, I will warn world governments now, you had better find some other way of collecting revenues, because income tax is over, or will be in 5 years.
Yeah.
If you can't find out what a person's income was,
Yeah.
you can't tax them.
IRS just released the new bill, which is kind of scaring people because they said keep track of every transaction and you have to pay tax on every transaction. What's your take on that?
So, while we have exchanges,
Correct.
it can be enforced.
Okay, because is there a physical location they could look at
In
all the
2
records?
years, it can't be enforced.
Okay.
And if governments have not learned, after 5,000 years of development, that if you cannot enforce a law, then don't make it. It's stupid.
For new investors, we do need to spread the word out. But for new investors, what's your advice to them getting into it?
Do not invest until, number one,
Yeah.
you've spent a few hours on the internet. Don't not cryptocurrencies, blockchain.
Blockchain, yeah.
Blockchain is the power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number one, it is two things, the most powerful of which people ever talk about. It is permissionless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to ask the government, the bank, the local sheriff. Permissionless, it's me. I am my own bank when I have a wallet. I'm my bank. If I want to do a wire transfer to New Delhi, what is it, 10 seconds? So if I have a copy and paste of my wallet, 10 seconds, put the amount in, click. Okay. The blockchain. Understand what it is. First and foremost, it is a permissionless, unlimited power. You do not have to ask anyone to wield that power. And just as important, it is immutable, meaning once you have done something, you can't go back and say, no, I didn't do that. Because you've got confirmations from at least 6 major businesses saying, I'm sorry, yes you did.
Yeah.
So the beauty of that, and I think I started this out by saying, for me, the greatest tragedy of mankind is those with power who vanquish others, rewrite history. We don't have a clue what history is. Wouldn't it be nice to know?
Now it's all recorded.
And we can start today.
So
Someone's got the courage to implement such a system and manage to get universal acceptance. And by the way, you could always say, well, if you're not going to accept this, you're not a real country, you're not in the UN. No, we could make it happen. We can make it happen. So research that. Research cryptocurrencies. Meaning really research them. You know, find out from people, go on Reddit, 4chan, or just Google it and see, number one, everybody is taking advantage of the uninitiated. The uninitiated means those who are not going to do what I ask, which is take a few hours. Because you're not going to know what you're doing, and you're going to fall for an extremely well-written white paper that proves they're going to have all the money in the world and this coin will go from $1 to $1 billion. No, no. Study, then read the white paper. If you don't do this, you get into something else.
So people say, I can get into cryptocurrency, and you're saying, 5 years, there's not going to be fiat money. What if somebody wants to go buy a car or a house? How will they get loans, or is that a new business people will start lending out cryptocurrencies?
I don't know. I buy things for cash. I just bought a new car with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
By the way, I've seen at least 5 white papers that do exactly that.
Okay.
Throw your Bitcoins in, they'll lend you the money,
Yeah.
and so on. That's fine.
Okay.
So, yes, nothing will change.
Okay.
You just won't have to go to the bank and fill out all these forms. No. It's going to be a system in which people who know you are going, listen, he's owed me money, he's always paid me money, whatever.
What you said you recently bought a car with Bitcoin.
Yes.
What dealerships are accepting, or if you?
So one of the gentlemen who works for me, I do not have a central office.
Okay.
My people, I've got 3 people in Russia, Yugoslavia, India. One of them is a kid who works in Missouri. I've only met him one time. Brilliant kid. And he said, I just bought a car with Bitcoins.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So I wish I had the name of the dealership because I promised I would promote him.
Yeah.
You don't remember the name, Jimmy, do you? Of Luke's, whatever.
No, sir.
A dealership, just look up dealerships, St. Louis, Missouri,
Okay.
Zip Bitcoin, you'll find him. His name is Dave. So I called him up and said, what kind of cars do you have?
Yeah.
Anything that you want. If I don't have it, I'll get it. There's no cash, just Bitcoins.
Yeah.
The most fluid transaction I have ever experienced.
Okay.
So yeah, not just cars, there are houses you can buy Bitcoins. There's nothing that you can't. It's simply that there are only a few numbers so far
Correct.
in each field. But what's going to happen, that guy does more business than anybody in St. Louis.
Okay.
Pretty soon other dealerships are going, how's he doing that? He's accepting this strange thing. I don't know, it's called Bitcoin, whatever, right? They go, we're going to do that.
So one of the first ones to accept online, I think, was Newegg.com and Overstock. They were accepting.
Oh, yeah,
Bitcoin.
Overstock.
Yeah, Overstock.
And
as well.
Overstock's good because what can't you get on Overstock, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but it will catch on, and in 3 years, if you're not accepting Bitcoins, no one's going to buy anything from you.
You think people like Amazon have to start taking it to
You know what?
go into the future?
Okay, so I hope so. Oddly enough, the coin I recommended, or the ICO I recommended yesterday, was called BZOP.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take on Jeff Bezos, right? This one character. Anyway, so it was a shot over his bow,
Yeah.
right? Listen, there's an ICO. It's not just, since you're not taking Bitcoins, they're going to replace you. And it's a perfect idea. It's going to be just like Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, BZOP, and you've got all these things. He said there's no middleman. Nobody's taking any money. And you just, let's look at the brown loafers. Oh, those are nice.
Yeah.
And it's an e-commerce site. Well, why is it better than Amazon? Because it gives every man, woman, and child the opportunity to be an entrepreneur in e-commerce with no work. Think about this. Think about the power of that. So not only are you getting rid of the middleman, which to me, the middlemen are the parasites of this world. What do they produce? Nothing.
You just take the transactions.
What do they do?
And everything.
They bleed you dry. We need productive people in this society.
Yeah.
Middlemen should go out and get an honest job, mowing lawns or something. So yeah. Again, bezop.io. I love the name. So whether they take Bitcoin or not, unfortunately, because they are a giant retailer, the giant retailers are all going to disappear. My heart goes out to the Walmart family, the Walton family.
Yeah.
However, they had a good run, okay?
Yeah.
And maybe they've got enough money they can say, well, why don't we do the coin? Right?
Correct.
We probably make more sales, we have less staff, and end up in a positive. I don't know.
Correct.
But middlemen have to go, and the blockchain is replacing middlemen like crazy.
So basically, this is like the internet of the 90s. The new wave of millionaires are people who are going to be invested in crypto.
Right. But I would like to say the internet of the 90s pales vastly in comparison to what's happening in cryptocurrencies. These people pick this up. 4 hours, you'll learn everything about it. This will change the world.
Yeah. And Bill Gates hopped on with Microsoft and accepts Bitcoin, so he's one of the...
Right, and he also invested in Factum.
Do you have any other advice for the viewers? Because we need to basically promote this so people can gain awareness. That's the main problem that's going on right now, that people don't know about it.
Okay, here's what you will find out. Coins that empower will always stay. Will always stay. And the coins that merely do some strange financial manipulations, I'm not financially sound enough to see the value to you and me and Jimmy and the rest of this world. But if you can see that it is going to change your children's life, that should be the number one consideration. I've got two white papers. One, a tomato that will roll down a conveyor belt and not bruise, and they guarantee that Monsanto will buy it for $1 trillion, or something that will distribute power properly. Which one do you want your children to have?
The distributed power.
Yes, please God.
Yeah.
So use your common sense in this thing.
Yeah.
And no matter how much we may dislike, even though we all use it, what social media has done to us, it can be fixed. It can be fixed with companies like InsurePal or Sether, S-E-T-H-E-R, and the others I-N-S-U-R-E-P-A-L. Why? They are attempting to address this massive issue where Twitter controls what you can say. If you say the F word, your comment doesn't get kicked out like in Facebook, but it goes down to some thing which you've got to double click twice to even read, you know. No, give me the power. I want the power. And if in fact I am somehow confusing or offending, then Sether is going to go, look, do you really want to talk to this dude? He has a rating of -1. Everybody's got 2,000. Do you see? That's something I'd rather have my children have, because I know I'm not going to take away their smartphones or Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, then please God, do something to try to improve it.
So that's all the questions I have for today.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything else to the viewers?
Yes, I do actually.
All right.
Recognize that this is not going to be smooth. It'll be easy, but every government in the world, every bank in the world, for example, Jamie Dimon came out and said Bitcoin is a fraud. I came on right after him and I said the US dollar is a fraud. It cost me $1,500 to create a Bitcoin. It costs 3 cents to create a dollar bill. Which one is the fraud? So from banks, from governments, from those in power who want to see the status quo, you're going to get some flack. So you're going to have courage, if not for you, for your children. But we will win this because we cannot lose. Mathematics has proven we cannot lose.
You're still sticking to $1 million for Bitcoin?
I guarantee it, and I promise you I will not have to do that, that heinous thing. Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right.